recording, like you watched the pre-recording of this or whatever. Just got out for work. You know what I'm saying? Tired as fuck. Going live. My everybody's asleep. Ever since my dad died, you know what I'm saying? And my mom has not been yelling. She's not been loud. She hasn't really been talking that much. I actually noticed that actually a lot. She doesn't talk that much. You know what I mean? Which is like, actually kind of like not up to like, you know what I'm saying? That's something she really be doing. You know, she's usually a person that usually, talks and shit. Yelling and shit now, yelling and screaming. I guess, I don't know, she's getting older, so I don't know. But I think that's what it is. Yeah, gotta be. But my grandma, I know like a fucking Wolverine or some shit, or like a Who and shit, Whoville. But, yeah, man. It's crazy. Just got off work, tired as fuck. Work is bullshit. I fucking hate work so much. I can't wait to get the fuck out of that place. If y'all really do fuck with me, y'all already know. Like I told y'all many times before, and I hope y'all really understand this. Like honestly, like I am transgender, and I really am trying to transition. It's a real thing. So I was looking at some people online real quick that like detransitioned, and I looked at some of their videos. I found their videos, but I was looking at trans women encouraging other trans women to transition and things like that, supporting all that shit, right? And then like that was like a 5-year-old, 7-year-old video, and I'm just like, fuck, you know what I mean? Because I look at the videos that they make now. This person, I forgot the name of this YouTuber, and it's just like, you know, they transition basically. It's just they still have the same type of spirit, but it's not so girly and happy and more animated. It's more like, you know, like hey, that's cool type shit. I don't know. I don't really like it because it's like I feel like I don't know. I feel like they were all attractive as shit. You know, older, you know, Caucasian person, you know, but mature, you know. But she, to me, was very beautiful. Like very beautiful. Had a great smile, rosy cheeks. I'm not gonna lie, nice rack, you know, and just like good damn person. Like even as a guy, you know, it's just. I guess I don't know. They never made a video about it either. I was going down there with this shit, and there was like no video about, hey, I'm detransitioning or whatever. It was just like, what the fuck? And she was the one that was like, you're trans, you need to go to therapy, you need to accept the realities of this integrating your life. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Now you're detransitioning. And it just made me feel some type of way. You know? And I think a lot of detransitioners for, I think the real root of the reason is they feel like it's playing dress up. And it's not the fact that they're trans that makes them feel like it's dress up. I think women, because spiritually, are consciously, I don't say not spiritually, but consciously, right? You can say spiritually. I feel like man is so far away from God, or that all possibilities, or you know, or that vastness or abundance of reality or realities, right? Or different, whatchamacallit, the multiverse, if you will, right? You know, I feel like human beings have gone straight away from that because we've been more living into this world. It's almost about survival and reproduction, and so it's becoming more and more savage. I feel like, and people would say, like, you know, the world's ending type thing, right? Well, trying to bring back. What was I basically saying? I feel like, you know, we decalcified from that. People are decalcified. They're not even having the real. They don't even have the real, original intent of creation in their mind, you know, and in their hearts. So, like, a lot of like trans women do basically what stupid toxic women do, because the majority of women now are not divine feminines, if they ever were, because They're just on some bullshit. Like so, a lot of trans now, you know, act like toxic women, and that's our society is more toxic. So a lot of women, trans women, try to be. That's what the trans women call themselves, the dolls. Like the fuck, you know. When I'm watching TV and cartoons and shit, like calling a girl a doll is like the fuck, nigga. Like I ain't no like bimbo, basically. So you know what I mean? It's like so why the fuck these trans women love being bimbos because it gives you the automatic. It gives you, you know, bimbos. You can still be a MILF and be a bimbo. You can still be, you know, messed out. These are bimbos. If you think about it, right? In the aspect, the fact that, like, it's my body, but the fact that I don't give a fuck and that, you know, I'm a bad bitch type of attitude. It's really like bimbo status. But what if we put, when is ever really being a bimbo became, you know what I mean? Because I grew up with like Hugh Hefner type shit, you know, watching like, I forgot what that just called, what's that show that was on E? You know what I'm talking about? Him with his three girlfriends. You know, we grew up watching knowing about the Playboy Mansion and him being this fucking pimp, basically, you know what I'm saying? And making it a corporation. You know, and they were all bimbos. So it's like, when did being a bimbo become like, I think it's somebody said like the rappers they stopped rapping and this video Vixen started rapping. Like the rappers went on a coffee break and the video Vixen started shaking their ass and just turned around and were like, what the fuck? And that's kind of like what's going on. It's confidence. It's not real. Confidence is not real. It's just, you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. All this bullshit. You know, we're living under imperialism with money, and it's just it's something else, right? And that's just the conscious side of it. You can put the spirituality into it if you want to, but you know. But anyways, so a lot of trans women try to do that shit too, and so that's why even for me, I had to like back up. You get what I'm saying on that, and that's how you kind of know you're trans. Is those type of things. Like people can tell, like, am I just doing this transition thing because I like looking pretty? You get what I'm saying? Or is it, you get what I'm saying? Because you start to like look at that. You start to like, for me, it was like I started to realize like, you know, I go on. I started to follow a lot of trans women on Instagram, and I realized a lot of them were just trying to be thirst traps. A lot of them were just like, I'm hot, I'm fuckable, like I'm passable, like all this type of shit. Which if you think about it, being passable really just being fuckable. But that's not necessarily what it is. But like generically hot, like you know, like Hollywood movie, you know, with Brad Pitt in it and shit hot. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But yeah, so brings me to my point. So today I was looking up shit based off of different inferencing and things I've heard, and just kind of just the mood and mode of what's going on around me, and I think I'm gonna get into truck driving. That's gonna be the next move. I'm not gonna lie, I found a black trans woman. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what the fuck? Natural hair too? And she talked about it. Like, truck driving is better than like, you know, sex work and shit like that. And I'm just thinking like that is part of the reason why I had so much trouble transitioning when I was in Austin, was because like I was scared that I had to do sex work. And that's why I quit my job out of fear that these guys were gonna kill me. And I realize now you gotta be brave because people are gonna try to kill you regardless. And you have to be ready to face that. Because they're trying to kill you for who you are. And you love you. You know what I mean? You love you. And you know that's offensive. So how do you feel about that? I feel like you feel like it's fucked up, and honestly, you would fuck them up, right? In reality, you know. Yeah, like she was talking about that shit, how it's safe. You get to travel. She's been to redneck places and shit, and like they never really like her, you know. And she talked about how all these men try to hit on her all the time, but she tells them it's trans because she's not about the bullshit. And it was like she was talking about how, I can't use the words exactly what she said, but paraphrasing, she pretty much said like she don't know how. You know, it's like cunt status. You know what I mean? So that's why they feel, oh my god, you know. But the problem with that is that it's like they're taking their situation, right? Three fans, right? Nobody really knows. That's kind of the whole point. You walk through life like that. But you're not supposed to be stealth to the point where it's like you don't tell the people that are in your life that you're involving yourself with, in life with about that. Especially when you are wanting to be serious, you know. Women don't want to be serious, and so it makes you wonder: do they take themselves seriously? And to a certain degree, I don't think they do. To a certain degree, I don't think they do. And so that's kind of what I've noticed, you know, because it's the same thing on Instagram, you know. I look at these trans women, I'm just like, they want to be all like Barbie doll the fuck up all the time, and it just kind of makes you feel like this is what they fucking want to like, you know. And even Leah Bab said something like that, like, it's like a fucking drag race, and I'm like, yeah, it's like competition of who's the hottest like trans chick, and like that's kind of like what it's about, who's the most passable, who's the most beautiful, like it's you know. And it's kind of lame after a while because you're like, that's not what you came here for. And so you don't get into that aspect of being trans, like really don't. About being pretty and all this type of shit, don't do that. Don't transition because of that. Transition because this is how you really fucking feel inside. You know what I mean? Like and it's hard to explain, but it's when those things aren't strong enough to hold the capacity of how you fucking feel. How you feel is not condensed and shit. It's so expansive. You get what I'm saying? That you can't contain this type of energy to where you can't sit here and, be like, oh, I'm a crossdresser and shit. Because, like, you are not dressing up like a girl. You know what I'm saying? You're just dressing up how you feel comfortable and what you like. You know, and it just happens to be that shit. So that's kind of how I feel. That's how I feel like you know when you're trans. You really know. You know? Also, I think it's also a thing when you know when you think about doing that, and it's not like, oh, it's a dream come true. It's like, yeah, that needs to be done. Like off your bucket list checklist. Okay, get off my like having a car. You know, it's like survival. Like, I don't know, you know. So that's kind of how that is, and so that's what I've noticed for myself. So that's the move right now. Like, I'm not even worried about getting another job at this point. Really, like, all I'm worried about now is just getting my CDL and trying to get it, become a truck driver and travel. That's all I want. That's all I want. They even talk about you can go to a good company, you can get good insurance. That'd be really perfect. I really need health insurance. You do need health insurance with this shit. Oh, so it just helps me. And then having enough money actually to actually have my own place and everything, like, it's gonna be great. Like, life's gonna be good. And if I have to get up smoking weed for that shit, then that's what I have to do right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking also, that's what I'm saying. You do truck driving for a few years, right? You can like save your money up and take some time off and study something. You know what I'm saying? And then have that's where you don't have to like get up and go places and shit. You know? Like if you want to switch up and like have like a stay-at-home job and you want to do IT or something, then you could do something like that. You know? It's better to have the money first and then you can go to school. Just time aside, go to school, you have the money. That's how my mom did. Like, you're older, you're gonna be able to go to school because you have the money. At the end of the time, that's the thing. So it's all about that. But that's what my plans are. Definitely gonna do that. So let's roll this last fucking blunt. Get smoking. Oh man. I was thinking about leaving. I might not leave to go to the park only because like my mom ain't finna come outside. I'm not finna come outside. It's only me and my mom. It's when my grandma, my mom, and my sister sleeping here. Right now, my brother works at night, so he's gone. My little brother's not here right now. He'll probably be back later. Or not at all. I'm off tomorrow. So many different things you gotta take care of. Because now I'm getting leaky gut syndrome, basically like diarrhea, the gastritis and shit. It's not just like casting down, now it's like pushing down my organs or whatever. My bladder, so now it's why I can't do this and I can't act on it. So it's not gonna happen. If I'm doing other ones, just keep on there. And I'm going to do this 3 months. Yeah, 3 months of practice. I had to 6 months. Yeah, a little bit of a year left, so I think a year, probably like, I'm gonna try to do 3 to 6 months. I'm not drinking because, yeah, I gotta stop drinking. I know I do too, I know I do. I literally watched I didn't even like, I don't even know. I wanted to drink, I was already drinking, I was already drunk. I was feeling super disappointed. I'm like, oh wow, super drunk, I was super disappointed. And I just did drinking like 2 fucking pints of water and shit. And then I went to work and put it down and put it literally picked up a big old bottle of fucking scotch whiskey. And then on top of that shit, to make it even worse, like, are you fucking kidding me? I had to go back because I realized I just walked into work with this big ass bottle of scotch whiskey. You get what I'm saying? And so I had to be like, I was like, so I had to go back to the fucking liquor store and give me like some shots. You know what I'm saying? Like some line shots. Like the banana and fucking peach flavor. Bring some of those, and I ended up not drinking them, but putting them in the water bottle and having them. Stealing my coworkers' drinks and shit, like fridge and shit. Trying to mix it, it still tastes super bad. The fuck? That's something I'm talking about, right? Yeah, it's just, you know. I drink a lot. I mean, I don't know. It's hard. I like it. I'm drinking again.
our society has made it okay for men to have dad bods. Meanwhile, there's no equivalent for women. The closest thing is maybe a MILF or a cougar, but that doesn't even relate to their shape or size. It's just an older woman. Meanwhile, men can eat whatever they want. They can have dad bods. It's in, it's trendy, it's okay for them. And yet, these men's standards for women's bodies are so out of reach. For women, we gotta be.
See, the thing about it, that's what I'm saying. I feel like personally, I feel like she's reaching for as fuck. I'm not trying to defend it, I just feel like you're reaching it. Like, how the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand where she's coming from, but I feel like she's just getting offended when she gets a little offended, you know what I'm saying? Because it's men, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to hate on trust me. This is just part of the design. She's just taking that route. So, because, I mean, I don't know, I just see them two things, like, just guys. Oh, like, Pornhub, you know what I'm saying, has, like, every bitch. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is, like, guys, I don't care. You know what I mean? Put too much emphasis on that shit. And dad bods are in, but at the same time, like, no, dad bods are more in than fat. It's because it's like an old man and older guy, and they can still produce a seed. So they're valuable. Dad bods are not, like, I get fat tossing. Like, I'm not trying to me because I have a dad bod. But at the same time, like, they're not like, I just love the dad bod. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're giving daddy vibes. So they like, you're attracted to daddy vibes. That makes sense. It's like, talent. But it's not like, the whole time they're not thinking about somebody who's like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's kind of Richard there. This is the first time she's kind of came from the whole said some things like this. Hear me? Is that stupid ass shit? Let's see. Being homeless for like over 6 months.
Really beautiful today and you want to make this video your phone's wallpaper, all you gotta do is
this is funny because this is Griffey. I'm read Griffey. He made a video and shit talking about some how women were at the gym. This shit's so true. I've been at the gym. So basically, he just checks himself out all the time. Yeah. Oopsie. Let's react to somebody's content like this guy. Why are we doing? He's a hippie guy who's in his car. It's cool as fuck. It's some weird shit. Cars are white dude.
I just don't feel like dealing with it right now.
He's white, you know what I'm saying? So you know how that goes. It's not a negative thing. I'm just trying to say, like, you know, this is their system, so, like, they're gonna be like, yeah, bitch, yeah, we made everything. And they'll be like, fuck you guys. You guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they'll be like, come on, man, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be like, I'm acting like a little bitch right now, you know what I'm saying? And like, fuck you guys.
Anymore, because once I realized what makeup is, I stopped experiencing. So,
If you don't want to know what it is, turn this video off now because I'm going to tell you what it is. And it's mind-boggling shit. And this, in my opinion, proves that reality is not what we think it is. Let me keep the suspense going for a little while before I tell you what deja vu is. I saw another very interesting video yesterday where Elon Musk said something that he pointed something out that I had never noticed, and this is very interesting. He said, we spend a majority of our time on our phones and on our laptops, but have you ever noticed that you never see phones or laptops in your dreams? And I'm thinking about it, and I don't think I ever have seen a phone or a laptop in my dreams. Have you? Let me know in the comments if you have ever seen a phone like these modern phones or a laptop in your dreams. I don't know if I've ever seen a phone in a dream at all.
Technology, yeah. I don't see technology in dreams too.
I've had some vivid dreams, and
right?
When
I've seen like cars.
Sober, I usually remember my dreams a lot better.
I remember like seeing like this full-blown technology, like it's an technological device or something.
And then I played Red Dead Redemption, and I put the videos up on my other channel when I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, stoned out of my mind. But
done with the dabs.
When I smoke weed before I go to bed, I don't remember my dreams. Maybe a little bit, but not much. But when I go to bed sober, I usually have very vivid dreams.
My leg was on the power button.
For me, when I quit smoking weed, I get to experience my dreams again. But so Elon Musk said, and I think he's right. I've never seen a phone or a laptop or used a computer in a dream before. I don't think I've ever even seen one in a dream before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean exactly?
And
see, we would get along. We're both wearing tank tops and shit.
Or even seen one in a dream. Let me know in the comments. Because if no one has
tank tops and shit,
or a laptop in their dreams, that means something. I just don't know what that means. So
that's how I used to be when I was basically. Do I want to go back to living like that? Fuck no. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But
I cannot say, because you're just out in the public. And even if you're in good places, you're still out just out. Homeless.
You know, we could be.
It's not what's up.
We could be.
It's more romanticized than you think. Don't fuck with people
in
that shit.
You know what I mean? But now I explain what deja vu is. So
live in your car?
I realize
if you have to, fuck it, I want to do it. But it's not something that you actually supposed to do when you supposed to have to. It's something you do when
Florida. We were building a
could live in your own house, but you really should be saving money, so you're like, fuck, I'm saving money. And so you end up living in your car. And so you do all the things you need to do to live in your car. But even that, I don't really believe
I was like,
I think it's honestly people try to think like, oh no, we could just fucking like, you know what I'm saying, we could just fucking go to these like little hippie spots and it's all really cool, but I feel like now in 2023, everybody fucking knows all the fucking hippie spots, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here. And then, like, if you find a spot, it's a spot, bro. It's like, oh, like, you start smoking weed, like, oh, it's a weed spot. Like, we can come here and smoke and shit, no one bothers us. But it's not real, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like being homeless. You're just out there. That's what makes me making dope-yoli and shit like that and smoking weed like that is so fucking cool because it's legal and they can do it.
It was a flash.
There's nothing worse than like being out to like,
when I woke up, I didn't remember it. It was one of those dreams I didn't remember.
You don't stop at street.
I thought I didn't remember.
At least I was kick you out or something like that. You
months later, when I was there, and I was like, holy shit, I have been here before in a dream. But this was months ago. So, and before that, years before that, I had another similar experience where I was in my room in my apartment with a couple of my friends, and I had deja vu like crazy. And I was thinking to myself, I've been here before, but I don't know where. And it occurred to me, maybe a dream. You know what I mean? Maybe, but I couldn't exactly. It was like this vague, connection. But then years later, when it happened again, I was sure that time because I could remember it in the dream. I didn't remember the rest of the dream, but I do remember that part where I was in that electrical room doing something on that fucking wall, and you know, deja vu is you've been there before. You know what I mean? You just don't know when or how or what. And I'm telling you right now, it's from a dream. So, and let me tell you something else. This happened probably 15, 20 years ago, and I have not experienced deja vu since then. Once I was sure this is what it is, I haven't experienced since. I would like to experience it again because I'd like to confirm my hypothesis, you know, but I have not experienced it again.
Oh my God.
Otherwise, I'd be happy to confirm it because now I know what to look for. You know what I mean? But you know how sometimes you have these dreams and you just wake up and you instantly forget it? It's still recorded in your mind, and this is what deja vu is. So, what does that mean? That means that you, in your dream, experience the future, like, which is, according to our physics, not possible. Time travel is not possible. So, you know, what does it mean? I don't know. What it means to me is that reality
See, this is the
not
problem
function
with
the way we think it does.
we think like, I used to be like that, where you think, like, thinking like this is such like, oh, I'm pondering on the things of existence. But scientists do that shit. You know what I'm saying? All y'all motherfuckers do is just ask more questions. You bring more fucking confusion to you, because y'all are just fucking stupid.
So, what it means really, and here's the thing about me. I am psychic on some level. It's not something I really do on purpose. I don't want to know the future. I have done some card reading on myself before, and something told me to stop doing it because it's almost like cheating, but I'll put it to you this way. One of the times before I decided to... So, when I first quit my job at Belmont, I was torn. I was like, did I just make a big mistake? I had some money saved up from working at Belmont, and I cashed out my 401k and all that shit, so I had a couple $1,000. So I was chilling in my apartment in Long Island bored. I didn't mind work, but I felt it was holding me back. Watch my previous videos if you want the full story. But, so I went to get pizza at this place, J&S, on Brook Creek Boulevard, right on the border of Queens and Valley Stream. Best Sicilian pizza on earth. The pandemic shut them down, which is such a shame. The pizza place was there for like 50 years. Literally the best Sicilian pizza you're ever gonna have.
I'm talking about that guy on YouTube.
J&S on Brook Creek Boulevard. Not there no more. Anyway, I walk over there to get my favorite pizza. I'm stressing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. I don't want to be homeless, but I just quit my job, and I'm scared. And so I go into J&S. I get my 2 slices of Sicilian with pepperoni. I was gonna eat one there and take one home. I'm eating my pizza. I get to talking to the guy behind the counter, and somehow we got on the subject, and he quit my job. And I was like. He's like, honestly, man, I like you. He's like, if you want a job, I'll give you one right here. He's like, you know, let me know anytime. If you need a job, let me know. And I was like, well, that's a weight off my chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I left there feeling a lot better. Thinking,
that's how life really is.
Okay, I don't really have to be homeless. I could work for J&S, which is honestly the best pizza in the area, besides Ancona's, which is deeper in Valley Stream. But Ancona's don't got the Sicilian like J&S. So I was a lot less nervous, but I was thinking to myself, that would be you know, just going backwards, really. It's just clinging to the safety and the security and clinging to this shitty little apartment I'm in. And,
Yeah,
it
see,
just didn't feel right.
that's why I don't like doing
I
that
busted
either,
out with
yeah.
my tarot cards. And I was just going to do a one-card reading on what I should do. And basically what it told me
It's what it is, tarot card.
Have you been suffering
Times
from
of
the after
uncertainty,
effects
like
of a
people
car crash? The good news is you're still entitled to a 5 or 6 figure settlement if it happened within the past 2 years. Just click on the link around this video to discover how much you're entitled to. Fill out a free 30-second quiz and you're done.
Looking at that new type of spirituality.
And basically what it told me was
Really not new, but
the big prize was at the end of the more difficult path, which intuitively I should have known it anyway, but that's what the cards told me. The cards told me basically you can take the hard path for the bigger reward, which would be the whole homeless thing, or you can take the easier path with no real reward, but it's going to be a lot safer and a lot more comfortable. And I decided, no guts, no glory. And I'm not going to take that job, and I'm going to let the chips fall where they may. Whatever happens, it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be hard, probably, but the cards are telling me there's a big reward at the end of this path.
exactly.
And so that's what I'm going to do. And so that's what I did, and I don't regret it. I'm grateful I did that.
See, I don't regret anything either
Which
myself.
changes the world, but here's one of the realizations I came to with the tarot cards. You got to make your own decision. You can't leave it up to. You got to make your own decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really comes down to that.
Yeah.
You can't rely on external things. You got to make your own decision. But the other thing is, I don't want another. I'd rather let it come. No, I want to know. So there was times when I was homeless and I was thinking to myself, I could start reading cards. There's people out here doing it. I've interacted with them. People doing card readings at Union Square and Washington Square Park. They had zero psychic ability. They had zero intuitive abilities. They were not real fortune tellers in any sense of the word. I felt I would be a lot better for it than they are. But, and I would also make a lot of money doing it because I am. Believe what you want to believe, but we're all psychic. This is my point with the whole deja vu thing. We're all psychic. We've all seen the future. If you had deja vu, that means you've seen the future. So, why I didn't do the card reading thing, and I would have been real good at it, and I would have made a lot of money doing it. But I just felt deep down that it just wasn't for me. I didn't go out there for that. I went out there for something else. And the other thing is, I don't feel that I should be selling that ability. And I don't want to be responsible for what am I gonna do if I read someone's cards and it's telling me they got a lot of bad things coming in the future? Am I at that point? Am I supposed to lie to them? Am I supposed to soften it up? No. What if some poor person comes up, they want their cards read, they give me their last $20 or whatever, and I got nothing but bad things to tell them. So I was like, I'm not taking on that responsibility. I don't want to be a therapist, which is what I was going to end up turning into if I did that. And I just didn't. I didn't want to do it, so I didn't do it. I don't even have any tarot cards right now, and I'm not interested in seeing the future. Another way I'm psychic. I can sense a lot about the people around me, and you know, I've even proved it to people before. I've told them what they were thinking before, and people are like, it freaks them the fuck out. But, and I've had people say to me before, like, like, are you reading my mind or something? Because, like, they'll think of something and I'll say it. You know what I mean? And so, but here's the thing. I believe we're all psychic to some degree or other. I also believe that this is a ability that can be cultivated and grown. Some people are more, some people got it more than others, but everyone is capable of doing these things. And look at deja vu, for example. Now, I recently read a book. Think about this. Think about, I know we've all had dreams where it's no less real than what you're experiencing right now at this moment. Because
with Root Insurance, it's easy to save because your driving is the #1 factor in your rate. You could save hundreds on your car insurance. It's this simple. Download the Root app, get on the road for a bit, and we'll give you a custom quote. We make it easy for great drivers to get great car insurance rates, and it only takes minutes to file a claim through the app. So you don't just
what you're experiencing right now at this moment. Because if it was any less real, you would know you were in a dream. I would like to be able to lucid dream, but I never have. And I don't know how to do it. When I'm in a dream, and I've had lots of vivid dreams, the last really vivid one I remember was when my YouTube first started getting popular. I had a dream that I was in some sort of city that was half primitive and half technologically advanced. There was crystal buildings. There was like this Union Square type area, but the ground was crystal. There was lots of people selling handmade things and food that they grew. It was like this market type thing. And at one point, the whole place got raided. I made eye contact with a very pretty girl at some point. And I was like, I needed to know this girl because there's something here. There's some sort of I have some sort of connection with this girl. And I was very attracted to her. And I could tell she was attracted to me. It was one of those things. But I was like, I'm not going to go up right now. I was doing something else. And then what happened was some sort of raiders came through or something. This is a dream. But to me, at the time, it was reality. So these raiders came through, like, taking women. And they took the girl that I had that whatever connection with. And I was scared at first. There was more of them. And no one was doing it. And it occurred to me, I should do something. Because that is, I'm connected to that girl or something. I can't let them just take her. But I was scared that they could just kill me or kidnap me. But then it occurred to me, like, what's worse? Living the rest of your life knowing that you I hate to use the word coward, but living the rest of your life as a coward, or just going and dying right fucking now. And so I went up and I got into it with, it must have been 5 or 6 dudes. But in my dream, I was like 10 times stronger and faster than any of them. I was tearing right through them. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck was I afraid of? They were nothing to me. Like, they were like, it was like 10-year-old kids trying to fight a grown man. I was able to throw these guys around and knock them the fuck out. They couldn't fuck with me at all. This isn't a dream. Realistically, do I think I could take 6 people? Not likely. But I can tell you one thing. If I had a girl and 6 people people tried to kidnap her in front of me. I can tell you from experience, they're gonna have to kill me because I ain't living with that. I'm going and I'm jumping in, and as long as there's still breath in my body, I ain't letting them take my girl. Even though in my dream this wasn't my girl, it was one of those who was innocent, you know. Every once in a while, you run to a girl and there's some undeniable connection. Anyways, that was the last really vivid dream I had that I can recall. I kind of started smoking weed again pretty regularly not long after that. But so, this is a strange video. I mean, you know what triggered this? I saw that that YouTube short with that cute chick talking about deja vu. So, but so if you're interested in these type of things, go on my Patreon. This is the type of shit I go through on Patreon. And normally I don't put this stuff on YouTube because my YouTube revolves around more practical things. But really, realistically, here's the thing, man. I read a very interesting book recently called Journeys Out of the Body by Robert Monroe. You ever heard of the Monroe Institute? They do a lot of research into outer body experiences, paranormal things, remote viewing. I'm not going to get into it. The Monroe Institute is legit. Anyway, so Robert Monroe invented the hemi-sync method for people to leave their body. I've got the hemi-sync recordings on my Patreon if you're interested in learning how to leave your body. But so here's how legit Monroe is. The CIA uses the hemi-sync method to train their remote viewers to leave their body and go spy on other countries. You think it's bullshit? You think it's bullshit? Look up remote viewing. Here's the thing: the people in control of our societies are keeping you in the fucking dark. They don't want you to do anything except grind your life away in some menial job and give away all the resources that you generate. That's it. That's all they want you to know. So, you know, they want you to think, oh, psychic, that's bullshit. Oh, there's no God. Oh, there's no this, there's no that. Yeah, that's real convenient for them because, you know, they've created this reality where you don't believe anything except I got to get my fucking bills paid and that's that. I got to survive. They're keeping you at the lowest vibration possible. So I read this book called Journeys Out of the Body by Robert Monroe. Now, the reason Robert Monroe is so interested in this type of stuff is because he started experiencing outer body experiences. He was leaving his body and he thought he was hallucinating. He thought he was losing his mind. He thought he was fucking insane. And so he started trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me. Because this ain't normal. And he's like this white collar type. I forget what his job was, but he had a lot of like, you know, highly successful psychiatrist, psychologist friends. And so he started explaining what was happening to him. And he didn't want to sound crazy, but he didn't want to lie. He wanted to know what the fuck was going on. And so he was explaining to them. And they were saying basically, it sounds like you're leaving your body, literally. They were saying, you know, you don't seem crazy. You're not exhibiting any symptoms of, you know, paranoia or delusion or anything like that. So what they suggested that he does was next time it happens, go and try to observe something. And then when you come back to your body try to confirm whether it was real or not. And so that's what he started doing. When he would leave his body, he would go and visit people he knew and see what they were doing, and then he would talk to them days later and be like, "Yo, were you out here arguing with your wife over this at this time in this place?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, what the fuck? How did you know that?" You know? And he was like, "Oh shit, I am leaving my body in real time, and I am witnessing things outside of my body while my body sleeps." And this is how Robert Monroe started getting into the paranormal and, you know, these type of research things. And so, according to Robert Monroe, a lot of the times when we're dreaming, your spirit body is literally in another dimension. What he was doing was his spirit body was saying in this dimension. And, you know, once I read that book, I had a dream not too long after that. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember waking up and feeling like I just fucking teleported from somewhere else to right here, like as if I was there. You know what I mean? I need to quit smoking weed again soon so I can get back to analyzing my dreams and shit. Anyway, this is an abnormal video for me, but it is what it is. And I don't know. When I tried to do the political video, it wasn't coming out. I was getting frustrated because this video went through. So maybe this is the one I got to put up. So anyways, I appreciate every single one of y'all. If you want more on these type of subjects, reincarnation, this and that, go on my Patreon. If you're interested in watching me play Red Dead Redemption 2, Stoned Out of My Mind, the link will be in the description. That's on my other channel. But yeah, anyway, appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for the subs, thanks for the likes, thanks for the comments, thanks for the tips, thanks especially the Patreon. And if you want a response, try to get your comment within the first 30.
Actually feels really good outside right now. Let's go. The reason I did this is because it's CBD. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes when I smoke this CBD, I want to get high. And it don't be giving me that high. And then technically I'm supposed to smoke, you know what I'm saying, e-liquid. I'm about to smoke it today. This shit's out of tank. Hopefully, we can smoke it all the way through. The strain was limoncello. My little brother got into a car accident. Oh, can't see that shit? Fuck this shit up. He fucked this shit up. You know what, right there. He fucked this shit up. I feel more confident to come out here and smoke because, like, it's late as fuck. I'm probably sleeping in my head. My mom, she even like talking right now. She's probably just sleeping. Yeah, that's what I did. This shit hitting like crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put her out. It's a little too strong right now for me. I probably put a little too much of the sauce. Couldn't even finish. That's what I'm saying also, sir. Like my craving for weed has changed. Not that I don't want to smoke. I'm not trying to smoke all the time. I'm not trying to also get blasted. It's too late in the night to be hitting that much stuff to you. It just is. I'm too tired. God. My God. Drink. Maybe I'll just keep my coffee. That was crazy.
I'm gonna be really interested in seeing the comments. I'm gonna probably read every single fucking one of them. But, if you want to respond, try to get it in the first 30. But yeah, appreciate y'all. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. Everybody have a good one.
Is it? It looks kind of. The Omen. Remember that movie, guys? You're horror movie fans. Talk about the movie reviews. I have watched some movies. Let's see what movie that we're watching. I haven't made a video about that in a while. And we're always going already over an hour. Yeah, probably like this motherfucker right here. Shudder's been so fucking lame, but I've still been watching Lean Action movies too. What the fuck? Okay, so we watched this thing called The Lift. Have you seen it? It was made in 1985. Yeah, it's basically like a haunted fucking, you know what I'm saying? Elevator in this fucking like building, but then they find it's not haunted. It's a mutated fucking computer chip that started to build on the mind of its own and create some own biology, essentially, something like that. And then they basically remade it in 2000. What do we call it? 2001. Yeah, has actors in it. Check this one out. Let's call it down. It's the same. It's like if you watch the old one and watch that one, then you'll see like the references to the original movie. But yeah, I'll show you. That's great. I'm gonna watch this movie, but it's completely shitty. I do not recommend this movie. Came out in 2023. It was supposed to be like a super horror, perfect horror. You know, just a great gem to the horror genre. And it's like, it's literally like clips of, like, let me show you. Listen, have you like, what? You'll be like, hell nah. I'm not even gonna waste no time at all. Like, watch. It's not a jump scare. The whole movie is basically these two kids who wake up in the middle of the night and their parents are missing. And that's basically the whole thing. But it's almost like a fucking artistic, like, found footage film. There's no, like, context. You know what I'm saying? It's just images of, like, the fucking house. This is crazy. See that shit, right? See? Still camera. Staring at the fucking floor now. Like, okay. Nothing. I can sit here for a while and be like, alright. Once again, nothing. Continues to be nothing. That's how boring this fucking movie is. Like, I don't even know what to fucking say right now, bro. And it's like, it goes like that for the whole fucking movie, like an hour and 35 minutes. Like, what the fuck? It's just, it's like they really thought that this movie was the shit. They really sat there and were like, at a premiere or something, and were like, yeah. I don't think they do that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't do that shit anymore. Because if it was a premiere, fuck that. I think people would have been like, what the fuck was that? It was trash. I don't know. Anyways, this movie came out in 2022. I watched it a few years ago. It's called Period. It's basically about after the war, World War II. Right after that, I don't know if they're Germans or British. I can't remember. I didn't really like watch the beginning. I kind of skimmed over because I was too lazy. I wanted to get to the meat of it. But in so many words, like, they have to like fight people because they're leaving like this war zone area, right? Because the war's over. But like they like stop in a town and shit, and basically they stop in a small town outside of Berlin, and people trying to kill them. Basically, people were trying to kill them. It was the citizens because they just got tired of fed up with like soldiers, basically. But its main character, lady, is a female operative, and she's a great example of a female role, strong female role. She did a great job in this movie, and it wasn't like annoying female. That's what I love about Carla's movie. It wasn't like, you know, some movies you watch. And And you could just feel a chick just really busting a guy's balls for no reason, just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, what the fuck? You know, okay, for example, like in Vikings, you kind of feel that way with Agatha sometimes, where like you're like, okay, bitch. Yeah, you be thinking like, okay, like he fucked another girl, he's a king, like okay, you can't have any more kids, like let him fuck another girl, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like in the Bible they did this shit, Abraham did that shit. Your ass ain't even fucking on that, got that morally. You get what I'm saying? You're fucking Viking, bitch. It's like a lot of things are fucking other girl. You know? So it was just things like that you kind of felt like, bitch, hell, he'd be petty as hell. Like she wasn't like that at all. And that's all I got about the movie. She was just kind of like, okay, our mission is to fucking do this shit and then go there, we gotta go. And all these guys were like, let's go fucking drink. Like, and then like he ended up raping a chick, and then she's like, what the fuck, you raping bitches? And he tried to rape her, and of course she was like, what the fuck, I ain't playing that shit. Bow, 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 bow. Like that type of shit. You know, so she's really fucking like, you kind of be like, okay. And she did a lot of badass shit. Well, it's really badass, but it was like, okay. You know, because they're trying to like, kill. But it was like more of a action thriller than I would say than a fucking horror. But it kind of had horror elements to it because of like the intimate fear of like war, or just the aspect of war that people are trying to kill you. You know what I mean? They're just trying to kill you. And they're not like the enemy. They're people that don't like y'all doing this shit in the first place. So that makes it kind of like, oh shit, and then the fact that you split up, and it has some horror movie, like slasher horror movie elements to it, but it's not. But it definitely fucking like gives you enough to be like, okay. It's kind of a slow burn in the beginning, like I said, that's why I thought it's going to be in the beginning, because I talk about some Titanic shit, which is like old as fuck, and I tell the story which is young. So I guess because of music World War II, great movie. It has 4 stars and 4 skulls. You know, I really liked it. It was a decent movie. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta talk about bad things. I don't know how to feel about bad things. I feel like watching it again. That's how bad it is. How good it is. It was so bad. It was entertaining. It was good, but at the same time, it wasn't. It was basically a remake of The Shining. It's for queer chicks. You know what I'm saying? Go to one of the girls' hotel that she inherited from her mother. And so many words, I can't tell you everything because it's a movie where you can't really. If I tell you, I can tell you the movie in like 1 sentence, and it's gonna be weird like that because that's what the movie gives you. The movie puts you in situations where you have to realize like, is she insane or not? And then you start learning about like, okay, like what her actual deal is. And so then you're like, all the other shit she was doing was just bullshit pieces for her deal. And then you realize what her deal is. You know what I mean? That's what the movie. That's what the movie's about. But now I have to justify that. Now I feel like I have to rewatch it and be like, okay, now I see why she was fucking. But I don't want to do that. You know? It's kind of lame. I don't care. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I can't watch movies where I'm so attached to the characters. I need a character, a strong female role that's just gonna be like, okay, fuck you, let's do this shit. Not no fucking crazy ass bitch. You know? Anyways. So, that's all I know. Bad things is weird though. Because like, basically, they start seeing like, it's weird because you don't really know if she's crazy or not, or there's spirits there or not. Because like, other people that saw it. It was weird. So, do I recommend it? No. No, I do not recommend watching this. But honestly, if you really are like bored as fuck, and you're like, man, I want to like do something and shit. You don't mind, you're trying to chill and eat peanuts and like clip your toenails type shit, you know what I'm saying? Then that's when you put this on and just kind of like have it on. And I promise you, like by the time you get to like the middle towards the end, you're gonna be like, okay, what the fuck's going on? I promise you're gonna be like I want to know what's happening right now. And And by the time you get to the end of the finish, you're like, what's going on? You're going to have to conclude for yourself. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, this, like, really? I mean, I don't know. That'd be fucking crazy. That's fucking wild. What the fuck? I think you're going to feel This movie is a good movie because the actor, she's in this movie called All About Evil. It's not a good, it's low budget as fuck. It's so fucking low budget, holy fuck. But at the same time, like, what made it good was just the fact that she is as an good actor. And second of all, like, I mean, the premise is kind of simple. I mean, she's a lady, works at a theater. She's kind of fucking crazy. Tries to inheriting the, you know what I'm saying, the theater, but of course by in a rage and fit, basically killing the owner, taking over, her taking over. And then, like, she ends up, like, trying to make these horror movies, because she's a horror movie fan, and I'm like, you know, she's a horror movie director, really. And, she has a fan base, and she makes these horror movies, but it's really just like her fans and people that she locally, you know, and she's killing them off. You know what I mean? Until one of her fans finds out and tries to out her, and I mean, it's kind of that type of. So, good movie. You know, it was a decent movie. It's a decent movie. It's not great. But it has 4.5 goals, which is pretty much almost 10 stars. That's like, if it was, you know, that's like 9 stars or whatever. 9 out of 10. It's a good fucking 9 out of 10. Not bad. Trailer kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie, it really does. Netflix though, I mean, I watched Dreamland with, what's his name? It's actually really fucking amazing. The movie was great, I mean, it's a good movie for, like, anybody really. But spiritually, you know, basically, when he's talking about your dreams and shit like that, I'm like, yeah, bro. Dreamland was like really symbolic, almost metaphysical in that. Very metaphysical movie, very highly spiritual, very powerful. Recommend that shit. I'm trying to remember where it came out. It came out 2019. No, sorry, not Dreamland, my bad. Slumberland. Slumberland, yeah. That's what it's called. Definitely check this out. Great fucking movie. Oh, I have one. Yeah, definitely check out this movie. It's on Netflix. It's fucking aesthetically fucking goddamn gorgeous. Spiritually gorgeous. And physically gorgeous. And it kind of gives you enough so you don't have to do too much. If you want to, you can take it a step further spiritually and decode it and see better. But yeah, Slumberland, awesome. I think it was based off a book, but I can't remember.
Jason Momoa, who I'm a major fan of, and he's been hyping the hell out of this movie. And this movie was okay, sadly. I actually like the trailer, but overall, this whole dream type world that they build up is really fascinating. In fact, this is a better version of what Robert Rodriguez wanted to do with the Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but done in a way better way, because the visual effects in here are like insanely creative and insanely imaginable and really much unique and inventive to everything in it.
He said the movie's okay. I mean, it's a children's movie, so you can't really.
Very special things.
You get what I'm saying? And Jason Momoa, I feel like, honestly, pretty personally, I don't like his acting. He kind of reminds me of, like, to me, Jason Momoa is like, he really is like I mean, come on now. You know, he Game of Thrones. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's just more of a guy who's just silent and just fucking, he's not really somebody you need him to talk too much. Now you got him doing all this shit with kids and like he's Aquaman and it's like I don't think he's that great of an actor. I just personally don't think he's that great. I think he just looks great, you know what I'm saying? So that's how some shit like well lucky for him though. His acting is pretty taking off. I just don't think Jason Momoa was a great fucking actor. I think he's like it's like here I kind of remember the other guy. I forgot his fucking name. I think it's Vince Vaughn. Pretty sure it is. Yeah. Vince Vaughn, like, yeah, he kind of reminded me of Vince Vaughn, like the same acting, not the exact same acting style, but the whole, how it comes across. Like, you can take him from, you know, Aquaman, you can take him from this guy, you know, the Slumberland, you can take him from fucking Dune, and I feel like he's the same fucking person. You know, you take him from the show Frontier, he's just the same fucking person. He's not any different. He's still the same old big, burly, type of guy. Or even when he's like in Slumberland, it's like, I do it for like one million fuck. Like the Wolverine character, but like Wolverine was like, if Wolverine met fucking, what's his name? The fucking Wizard of Oz type shit, or the Wiz. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's giving right there. It's weird. I don't know if I'm tonight. I want to, but I'm just waiting. What do they call it? That I made a video about that. Up my chest.